Creating seamless patterns in TwistedBrush Pro Studio. In release 16.03, there are two new art sets that have been added which make creating seamless patterns quite easy. I'm going to go over some of those in this video. Let's go in and select one of the new brushes from the art sets, Collections Seamless Paint. That art set has a series of brushes which will automatically create a seamless pattern, and I'll explain exactly what that means here in just a second. So I'm going to select the Seamless Artist Sketch Pen 1 brush, and I'm just going to draw a line, and we see when I drew a line it was automatically repeated both horizontally and vertically in a grid, and what goes off one edge will come on to the next. To make this a little easier to see, let me reduce the number of tiles in this. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to go down to the Brush Effects modifier and go to the Effects Seamless Tiles. Here there are a variety of preset tile sizes, both for the X and Y, number of tiles to the X, number of tiles to the Y, or individually you can do that. I'm going to select 3 by 3, and now when I draw a line we'll see there's three replicates horizontally and 3 vertically, and here it's a little easier to see when it went off the edge it went back onto the next side, and the same with the top and the bottom. So if I'm drawing up, we see that when I drew off the top it continued off to the bottom, and you can basically do anything with these brushes and it will be replicated on the edges seamlessly. One way to test that and to get a visual clue of how that looks, you can select the Move tool and pick the option to wrap X and Y at edge. Now when you use that tool, you'll see when we move the layer you can't see where the edges were. That's the basic meaning of why I'm calling it seamless. The edges are seamless. If we're to take this image and duplicate it, for example with a filter, could say filter, distort, divider, it's another way to see it. We've with a default of divider 1 by 1, it's made 2 by 2 copy of that, and again we can't see the edges. And just for comparison, let's go and select a different brush and draw. I'll go back to brush and draw a bit at the edges, and even if we pretend like we are making it line up, again now if we go to our Move tool we could see the very hard edges where we thought we could be lining something up where it is definitely not going to be lining up. So there we can see the the advantage of the seamless patterns. There's a variety of brushes both in the paint using more or less the standard art tools for the most part, including some masking and blending, to the seamless design art set, which gives you a little greater variety. For example, with shapes, here we can see we can replicate shapes. If you want more replicates, you can go again to the brush effects and say seamless tile 6 by 6, for example, and now we have again the seamless pattern that we've created. And again you can go to your Move tool if you want and see there's no edges to be found. Of course you can use all the standard tools, layers, masks. You can even move it and add more paint to it, and again it will still remain seamless as long as you're using the brushes from the seamless art sets.